What you just saw took 90 seconds. That AI agent just cleaned a messy data set, detected 148 anomalies, forecast the next 3 months of revenue, and wrote a complete business report. 3 hours of work, 90 seconds, no API key, runs on your machine. I'm going to show you exactly how to build it. Every single line of code. Here is something every data scientist knows, but nobody talks about. Before you get to the interesting work, the modeling, the strategy, the insights, you spent hours doing the boring stuff, cleaning data, running the same EDA every single time, writing the same report your manager has seen 15 times, flagging the same outlets manually. This is not data science. This is data admin. What if you could automate all of it? Not with a script you run once and forget, but with an agent that thinks, decides what to do, and does it. That's exactly what we're building today. Here is a data set that has 5,000 records in it, and it has 17 columns starting from date all the way up to the last column called the returned. As you can imagine, this is a realistic e-commerce data set with all the problems baked into this. So it has all the real world messiness, duplicates, outliers, missing values, what have you. I want you to spend some time looking at this data set. This is the snapshot, the top 7 records that I've displayed here. I want you to look at some interesting rows here. Yes, this one. Category called books, and the index is 1. As you are aware, in Python, the row starts with the 0 index. So if you look at the category called books, that's the second row in this table or the data frame. You have the unit price as $32.09 and the quantity is 1. Therefore, the revenue should be just $32.09. Unit price multiplied by quantity will give you revenue, whereas here you have $51.66, which simply doesn't add up. This could be probably a data entry error. Now I look at something else that is interesting here. Let's go to, for example, which one should I take? Let's say the unit price. We have something here, $27.59 for home and garden. Yes. And if you look at it, quantity is 1. So this matches for 27.59. We have no issues whatsoever. Whereas here, if you look at, for example, clothing as a category, and the unit price is 92.20, but the quantity is 1, instead of 92.20, you have, for example, 129.08. Okay? And you can also see, for example, here, let me just bring it. You can see here something as a satisfaction score of a 2.9 out of 5, which is considered low, and this is for home and garden. Okay, so you could think of this is low because you could see next to this column called satisfaction we have delivery underscore days, which shows 5 days, meaning slow delivery, customer is unhappy, and the data is telling a story. Okay, so now the last record that you see here in this snapshot, which has the revenue of $439.87, and the quantity is 5, and the unit price is $76.50. If we do the math, it is certainly not going to be 439.87, right? It will be max of, I don't know, I'm just doing it in my mind, 380 or 385, somewhere in between. So the numbers do not match. But you know what? Let's face the reality, my friends. This is what the real data looks like. And the agents deals with all of it in seconds. Imagine you spending hours on this kind of activity. The agent has 5 tools it can call on its own. Tool 1. It cleans your data, removes duplicates, fixes outliers, imputes missing values automatically. Then tool 2. It runs a full exploratory analysis and produces an 8-panel dashboard. Every chart you would normally spend an hour on. Tool 3. Isolation forest machine learning model detects anomalous transactions and flags them in a CSV. Let's now look at tool number 4. Forecast your revenue for the next 3 months with a confidence interval. The last but not the least, tool number 5 takes everything it found and writes a complete business intelligence report. One sentence. It decides what tools to run and in what order and executes them. That is the agent. Here is the tool 1. Tool 1. Look at this line of the code. The cleaner. First thing, removes every duplicate row. Then look at this line of the code. It removes extreme revenue outliers using the IQR method. Anything below the first percentile or above the 99th, gone. Let's move down a bit. I want you to focus on these 2 lines of the code. It fills every missing value with the median, solid, fast, defensible. Let me scroll down a bit, and then this is the tool 2, the EDA engine. This is what generates the 8-panel dashboard automatically every single time. You're seeing the code right now. I'm scrolling down. Now I'll move to tool 3. I want you to focus on this line of the code. Isolation forest. No labels needed. It learns what normal looks like and flags everything that is not normal. Let's move down a bit and then look at the next tool. This is tool number 4. This is a linear trend model, 3 months forecast with a 95% confidence interval, practical and explainable. I'll move to the last but not the least, the last tool. This is tool number 5. It is written and the job is to read everything the agent discovered and writes the complete business report automatically. Folks, here is something really interesting. I've implemented this as a class and called it data science agent. This is the agent brain. No LLM needed. Reads your instruction, picks the tools and runs them in a particular order. Now, what you are seeing is the implementation of this class called data science agent. This is the agent brain. This is what makes it an agent. This is not just a simple script. Let me scroll down here and I will request you to take a good hard look at this. I call this intent dictionary. When you give it an instruction, it reads it and looks for keywords. If it sees the word clean, fix, quality, duplicate, etc., it adds the clean tool to the plan. Let me also highlight another piece of code here called anomaly. If it sees anomaly, outlier, unusual, flag, etc., it adds anomaly detection. I'll scroll down a bit and I want you to take a good look at this code that I'm highlighting on the screen, which is implemented as an if condition. And if you say everything, which is this, full, complete, comprehensive, it runs all the 5 tools in a particular order. Let me scroll down and bring it to view the think method. So what is it saying? Before it does anything, it prints the reasoning. It prints the reasoning. and says, here is what I understood. Here are the tools I selected. Here is the order I will run them. Okay, so let me just run it and show you. There is some print command here to give you some output. Yes, this code successfully ran, agent print loaded, and we are able to instantiate an object of agent and could run something. But this is not it. Wait for it. I'm going to fire the agent. So I suppose you are have a good understanding of object-oriented programming and therefore the class construct. So we are having an instance of a class called data science agent, and that is a function which will take some input. I'm going to give certain inputs. I say clean the data, run a full exploratory analysis, detect anomalies, forecast revenue, and generate complete report. Lo and behold, you have the complete output starting with the reasoning. Hope all of you can say this. So it has run in a particular order all the tools. Then it has executed it successfully. And look at this, the EDA output, beautiful dashboard, and some graphical output for anomalies by category. And you could also see the forecasting graphic here. And of course, you would also see the report. So please remember, all that is given as a function of this input to our agent. We are not done yet. Folks, here is the most interesting part in this video. I want you to pay complete attention to the screen. So what I'm going to demonstrate live here is something that is really important to understand. Same agent, okay, data science agent, as you can see, but different instruction. This time I've given the instruction, find all unusual transactions and predict next quarter revenue. Let me just execute this cell. There you go. I want you to focus on this part of the output called agent reasoning. It's very, very important. Clean, yes. Anomaly, yes. Forecast, yes. Report, yes. What is missing as compared to the previous instruction? EDA not there. Hope all of you notice it. Because I did not ask for it. In this instruction, I did not ask for EDA. So I'll just scroll up just to compare and contrast, just for a quick understanding. So in the earlier instruction, we clearly said, okay, let me scroll down a bit. Yeah. Clean the data, run a full exploratory analysis, detect anomalies, forecast revenue, and generate a complete report. Now we can see it also included EDA, okay, as a tool. Whereas in the second instruction, I did not ask for the EDA, and therefore you do not see the EDA here. Hope you get the drift. This is most important. I'm going to explain what is happening here, okay, in a second. I want you to absorb this first. Folks, what you saw is the fundamental difference between a script and an agent. A script does what you hard-coded every single time. An agent reads the context, decides what is relevant, and adapts. Same agent, different instruction, completely different execution path. No code changes at all, just a different sentence for the instruction. This is what you just built. Folks, let me show you everything the agent produced and stored offline in agent underscore output file. Hope you all can see the interface here. So I'm going to show you one by one. Let me select this one, e-commerce clean, which is CSV file. I'll just open it. Let's wait for it to open. So there you go. So let's just make everything visible for you. So this one is the cleaned data set, which is production ready. No more manual cleaning. Hand this straight to your model. So I'll also open, let's say this time, I'll open, EDA underscore dashboard PNG. There you go. You can see here, if you can see this clearly, 8 charts we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 charts. Print this. Drop it in your slides if you want. Send it to your manager. Boom. Job done. Let me also draw your attention to another CSV called anomalies underscore flagged. Let me just open this. Again, let me just clearly make it visible. Hope you all can see this. Let me scroll up. Yeah, there you go. Every anomalous transaction the model flagged with an anomaly score that you already saw. So you can see here anomaly underscore score. Sort by that column and you have a prioritized investigation list. If you notice, you have seen 148 transactions that need human review. Okay, so this column is the most important one, which will enable you to examine those 148 transactions and prioritize them as part of your investigation list of transactions. Then I want to draw your attention to, which one should I select? I'll go with the last one here, forecast underscore chart. There you go. You see here the 3-month revenue forecast, $71,000, $72,000, and $73,000, 71, 72, and $73,000. This is your 3-month revenue forecast. It's already taken care. Then, anything left? Yeah, there you go. I think we didn't open this text document, right? Let me just open it and open it in full screen. Let me also increase the font size a bit. This is called agent report. This is a text file. And this executive summary, data quality report, top performers, anomaly findings, forecast, strategic recommendations, all that is sitting in here. All this is written by the agent while you had your, should I say, coffee? You did not bother to write so much of code, right? Agent has done all of it. How good is it, my friends? The complete notebook for this video. If you want it, drop a comment below. Just say, I need the notebook, and I will reply to every single comment. One comment, get the complete notebook for free. And if you want part 2, where I extend this exact agent to monitor a live machine learning model 24/7 and alert you the moment it starts to drift, hit subscribe. That video is coming. The agents are not coming. They're already here. The question is whether you are building them or being replaced by them. The question is whether you are building them or being replaced by them. Build them. I'll see you in the next one.